Welcome to Round 4, the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of May 31st. I'm Nicole Erdix, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
And Catherine Haleko.
Hi.
As moms of teens and young adults who've survived those little kid days, yet we're still rethinking the decisions we've made all through our kids' lives and worrying about what's going on right now. Today's Thursday, which means it's time to give in to our obsessing. And today we're obsessing about going on a mom strike, which is what I'm doing right now.
And how's it going?
We're not crossing the picket line here to make this podcast, are we?
No. Well, and
I think we're in the same union. We're allowed to be there.
That's true. That's true. Give us a sign. We'll
and
join
spoiler alert, it's not going well.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah.
No, I am just very, feeling very frustrated these days because, you know, I've spent many years working from home and supporting those around me in their busy lives.
Yes.
And I've been busy too. But I always made it a priority to support them. Well, the tables have kind of turned, or at least I've kind of jumped in along with everybody else, and things, my schedule is the busiest it's been in years in terms of just, I've taken on some extra stuff in my life. Yep. So I'm just trying to juggle it. Mm-hmm. And here I am thinking, I've got all the reinsurances beforehand. Yes, we're going to help you. Yes, we're going to do this. Yes, we're going to do that. Yes, we're going to, of course.
How's that working out?
So like this week, for example, 3 nights in a row, I just was really busy and I got caught up in work and didn't get downstairs to put together any dinner. And not that I'm like officially in charge of dinner every night. It just works out that way that I'm, my husband works later, my daughter's doing school. So I just end up making dinner at around 5:30 or whatever. And so I was upstairs. Well, 3 nights this week I'm upstairs working and busy, and I couldn't, didn't want to take the time to go make dinner. Do you think anybody made dinner for me?
Nope.
No. Do you think anybody asked if I was hungry? No. Did everybody else go and feed themselves? Yes. So that's been going on. And actually, like last night, I was kind of waiting it out. I was like, I wonder if they're going to bring me something to eat. I wonder if they're going to ask me if I'm hungry. I wonder if, and of course that just didn't happen. No. And the other thing too is the, cleaning the house, right? Like, I got all kinds of promises that, yes, we're going to help. We're going to do this more than usual. 'Cause I do pitch in, but that didn't, somebody was sick and somebody else had work to do. So I am getting very, my mom strike isn't, I need another approach. Have either of you had a mom strike? Any suggestions as to what I can do?
Wouldn't even bother. It's Well, I mean, I do get a lot of stuff done around the house, but there's stuff that I just keep mentioning. And everybody is of good cheer and willing, but it just doesn't get done. And that drives me crazy, but I have no illusions that a strike or protest on my part of any sort would be successful. My mom was super good at this. My mom would throw a tantrum and my dad and I would cower in fear and do whatever she wanted. And I seem to be unable to strike the same fear and trembling in my family. They're like, yeah, fine, whatever. And they go right about their business. It's very frustrating. It's one of the great disappointments of my life that my tantrums do not have the same weight
that your mother's did.
I don't know what it was, but man, they were infrequent, but extremely effective. Maybe that's the problem. Mine are too frequent. Yeah. After a while, I just go,
could be.
Mom's off again.
Yeah, I mean, I've done things like, as we've talked about here, our laundry machines are in the kitchen, and so there's like a big counter on top of where they are, and that's where all the clean clothes go. And I some people do their own laundry, some people I do part of it. Some people I do all of it, whatever. And I don't mind doing other people's laundry, but I do mind when it sits in the kitchen for weeks after it's been washed. And I have, I'm not doing it anymore if this is what happens. And then somehow I got in trouble for being giving an ultimatum. So I didn't appreciate that.
Right.
So that's something I've tried and failed on, I would say, in terms of strikes or changing my behavior to try to change other people's.
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
What are the parameters of your strike, Nicole? Are you refusing to do things for people, or are you just making your displeasure known?
I am just going about my business, and I'm not going out of my way to really help anybody else right now.
Just the same as they do to you, right?
Yeah, I've got my own thing going on. And see, before, I would jump in and provide the appropriate help that was needed, or I would anticipate, maybe that's what it is, anticipate. Nobody seems to anticipate in this family.
I think that's what's really frustrating is when, like you said, people, well, we're going to help, we're willing to help, but they don't actually follow up, and so then you have to tell them what to do, and then that completely defeats the purpose.
Totally.
Yeah. Have they noticed that you are not doing these extra things that you used to do for them?
They haven't noticed enough to bring her any food.
Exactly. I guess 3 days is not long enough time for them to notice. So
you're not still waiting for 3 days for them to bring you food, right? You did go feed yourself.
I did go feed myself.
It's not like a starvation strike, is it?
No. No, not going to do that. But yeah, no. So we'll see what happens this weekend. I don't know what that's going to look like. So
start stealing their special treats that they have put aside, and then say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Nobody was getting me food, so I just figured I would just take whatever I wanted." Suddenly, they may be more eager to bring it to you.
Yeah, who knows? It's just really frustrating because I just really haven't. Yeah. I haven't really done this before, and here I was thinking, it's my turn. It's my turn to finally do something that makes, improves my life, makes me happy, that's outside of the family, right? It's kind of, my kids are older, I'm at a good place in life, and it's my day. Yeah, no.
Well, I think you can certainly reasonably not do things for them. Whether they notice or not, if it feels like a strike to you, just keep doing that, but still do for yourself. Do for yourself, not for anybody else. Make your own dinner, don't make anybody else's. Do your own laundry, don't do anybody else's.
And then when they protest, I'll just say, Terry told me to do that.
Exactly.
I should say.
Yes. Take it up with Terry. When they notice is the point where you go, well, I have some demands.
Well, and that's when you remind them of their promises to help that they made, and then didn't.
And since you have observed that they only do things for themselves, you have decided to only do things for yourself. If they would like a change in that, then they need to change as well.
Yeah.
And how do you think that's going to go over?
Well, what you didn't go over that well, so it's worth a try. I don't know.
Try something else? I don't know. I was thinking I'd just hire somebody to come in and pick up the pieces. Do I really need to teach them a lesson?
That thought has crossed my mind too. There's some little paperworky things that I have asked and asked and asked and asked for my husband to do, and it just never gets done, and he will not say no.
Yeah.
He will just not do it. And so I thought, I wonder how much it would cost to get a virtual assistant to just do this stuff for me.
Right? Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
It's bad.
Well,
but
we can hope that family members are listening and paying attention.
Yes. Play this podcast for them.
Just This particular one. Just listen.
They're not so vain. They won't know this podcast is
yeah. And that's going to be it for today's round 4. Tune in tomorrow when we'll share our roundabout roundup of things we've been using or enjoying lately that we think deserve a shout out. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.